After the whistle starts in Bellwood, where Noah Brownlee high points the ball and takes the top off the Blue Devils to give Westmont Hilltop the lead. We're going to take another look at that play, but this time in some slow motion. We see the quarterback back in the pocket, just releases a beautiful spiral right up there, and great job by Brownlee, able to go down the far sideline, contort his body, and able to high point that, climb the ladder, and come down with that football. But would the Hilltoppers hold on to that lead against Bellwood Antis? Hi, I'm John Drager. We'll have more from that game and others from around the area.
And I'm Allie Winskowski. We'll also take a look at Penn State's season opener at Beaver Stadium tomorrow night. All that and more is coming up on After the Whistle. Our game of the week features just the third all-time matchup between the State High Little Lions and the District 1 Downingtown East Cougars. Both of these schools are coming off impressive blowout wins to start their season, but will they fight against their own weight classes? We'll start off in the second quarter. Eddie Corky completes to Ty Salazar, and he could go all the way for the 70-yard touchdown, tying it at 7 in the second quarter. Aiden Harris now rumbles in for a score. The Little Lions will trail 21-7 at the half, with Downingtown extending its lead. Cue the comeback though. Corky floats one to Salazar for another score. It's a two-score game, 28-14. Fourth quarter, less than 6 minutes left. It's the Corky and Salazar show. Salazar's third touchdown of the game. Downingtown still leads by 2. 4 seconds now left in the game. State High with a chance to win it all with a 50-yard field goal. Benjamin Ruffner just didn't get enough under it. 28-6 the final as the Cougar players storm the field in victory. Downingtown East stuns State College on a last-second missed field goal and gets the upset victory 28-6. For the Cougars, they ride their win streak back home to host Delaware Valley. Meanwhile, for the Little Lions, they drop to 1-1 and will travel to Hollidaysburg next week. Our Game of the Week reporter Izzy Sweet was there to watch that highly anticipated matchup. And Izzy, there was quite a crazy ending. What did you see?
There was a ton of support from the fans and an electric atmosphere. Ty Salazar rose above it all and did his thing. Let's take a look. State High lost 26-28 in their third tight game against Downingtown East. Down in the second quarter, number 3 Ty Salazar scored the Little Lions' first touchdown of the night, running 70 yards and tying up the score 7-7.
I'm really proud of our kids. The effort was tremendous. To be down, I think we were down 3 scores, and to come back and just play with the heart and passion and fire. We got better today. The result isn't what we wanted, but we certainly got better.
Salazar and quarterback Eddie Corkery definitely had some chemistry on the field, teaming up to score 3 of the 4 touchdowns for their team. State College did not get the win today, but Ty Salazar brought back the game with 3 touchdowns overall.
We came off slow. We can't come off slow. We got to play, like I said, we got to play like we did at the end of the game, the entire game, from the jump. We can't go down because then it's a comeback game. We got to stay up, we got to get up, and we got to stay up. That's what we learned.
It was a devastating loss for State High after facing Downingtown last year, squeezing out a win by 1, but the Little Lions couldn't seem to manage a repeat performance this year. Only week 2 of District 6 football, and tonight's matchup provided a conversation for the best game of the week and After the Whistle history. Now back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thank you, Izzy. Now let's head over to Altoona, where the Mountain Lions play host to another out-of-district opponent, the Taylor Autodice Dragons from District 8. And it seems like it's a whiteout forecast at Mansion Park. But we're going to start off strong here in the first quarter. Braun Mosley punches it in from 3 yards out. Altoona going up 6-0 following the missed extra point. Now second quarter, Mosley again takes it to the near sideline and takes it the distance. 54-yard rushing touchdown. Altoona pouring it on 19-0. Just a few plays later, Deron Jones Jr. able to sack the quarterback into the end zone for a safety. The Mountain Lions rectifying their missed extra point earlier and go up 21-0 over the Dragons. Now 2 seconds left in the half. Mosley will score his third touchdown on the far side. Altoona extending their lead to 27-0. Allderdice did put up a strong fight in the fourth quarter, scoring 3 touchdowns. But ultimately, Altoona will go on to defeat Taylor Allderdice 35-21. Altoona heads to Mifflin County next week, while Allderdice heads to Ohio to take on Dover.
The Red Devils look to defend their home turf when the Bald Eagles soar into town. Central Cambria and Bald Eagle squaring off for the first time since 2020. Starting with the kickoff, it may not look like anything, but behind the play, 2 players collided and went down. Both were treated by medical staff and taken to the hospital. Our condolences are with them at this time. This was a 30-minute delay, but after that, starting in the first quarter, Central Cambria's Andrew Chappell makes the catch. Nicholas Weibel pops the ball loose and recovers it. Bald Eagle ends up empty-handed after the fumble. Next drive, Red Devils Grady Snyder intercepts the ball by Bald Eagles Wyatt Spackman. Bald Eagle take the ball over again in Central Cambria territory. Bald Eagles Carson Nagel 19-yard touchdown pass to Cameron Dubes. Bald Eagle will take the first score 7-0. Nagel again a 50-yard pass this time to Cameron Watkins. Bald Eagle is going to double their lead on that one, going up 14-0. On the next drive, just 10 minutes left in the game, Nagel 8-yard pass this time to Gavin Burns. Bald Eagle will extend their lead 21-0. They cruise past the Red Devils, taking down Central Cambria 35-0. Bald Eagle now 2-0 thanks to their defense. They travel to Penns Valley next Friday. As for Central Cambria, they drop to 1-1 after last week's victory over Bishop McCourt. They head to Bedford to take on the Bison.
Now let's take a look at some of the other teams from around District 6. Penns Valley able to take care of Bedford 27-13, and Richland, they ran away from this one against Huntington. They beat the Bearcats 35-0. How about Penn's Manor? They beat Homer Center in a nail-biter 42-35, and Penn Cambria mauled the Mountaineers in Crescent. They win 34-3.
The Eagles got hit by the fire of the Dragons in a 47-6 loss. Allegheny came up with the 30-23 victory over Hollidaysburg. It was a close matchup in Juniata Valley, with the Hornets beating the Cougars 21-20. And Cambria Heights took the game away from Marion Center with a 39-7 final.
It's a showdown between the Hilltoppers and the Blue Devils as Bellwood Antis plays host to Westmont Hilltop. Now, the last time these two teams played was in 2017 in the District 6 playoffs, and Bellwood squeezed by with a 29-28 win. Midway through the second quarter, Westmont Hilltop 4th and 4, that's a defensive stop, but here's our play of the week. Noah Brownlee able to take it the distance as Westmont Hilltop takes a 7-0 lead. Now 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Holden Schreier throwing a ball right over to Caden Pellegrin, looking for open space towards the far sideline, gets that open grass, and reaches for the pylon for the score. Bellwood Antis trying to tie it up with an extra point, failed to do so. Now in the fourth corner, Westmont ball with Jordan Hescox gets picked off by Lewis Dill. And with 3 minutes left in the game, David Ray pushes his way into the end zone for the score. Westmont Hilltop able to power through the Blue Devils. They take this one 14-6. Now Westmont moves to 1-1 on the season as Bellwood Antis falls to 0-2. They will be looking for their first win next week against Huntington.
It's been over a decade since the Trojans faced the Golden Eagles, so who will emerge victorious this time? The Greater Johnson Trojans looking to pull a Trojan horse and rewrite the script from 2012, where the Golden Eagles won 26-6. Starting off, first play of the game, Consier Baxter runs through the entire defense to pick up the first down. After a defensive first quarter, Brady Ronan gets the pitch and bursts all the way into the end zone. 7-0 Tyrone in the second quarter. Ashton Walk now picked off by Jared Varney. Tyrone will get the ball, still up 7-0. Seth Hoover runs through the gap now and in for the score. Tyrone continues marching down the field 14-0. Right before the half, Ashton Walk once again keeps it for himself to extend Tyrone's lead 21-0 now. Finally, after the half, Ronan rushes in for his second score of the game, making it 28-0 Tyrone. Tyrone improves to 1-1 on the season and will take on Central next week. Johnstown falls to 0-2 and will look for its first win next week against Somerset. Coming up, a look at Penn State's season opener against the West Virginia Mountaineers.
But first, we'll take a look at some scores from around the PIAA. We'll see you after the break.
Hello and welcome back to After the Whistle, brought to you by Calm Radio, Center County Report, and Penn State's Chapter of Awesome.
Penn State opens up their season at Beaver Stadium and hosts the West Virginia Mountaineers. This marks the first matchup between both squads since 1992. Penn State, ranked 7th in the AP preseason poll, has garnered college football playoff contention. They get West Virginia, who is voted 14th in the Big 12 preseason polls. That's dead last for you at home. Head coach James Franklin isn't overlooking the Mountaineers, though. He wants new faces to step up for the team.
We talked about the leadership looking different this year than it did last year. That doesn't mean it can't be just as good or even better, but it was going to be different rather than 4 guys or 5 guys that were very vocal and demonstrative from a leadership perspective to maybe more of a group that do it, through actions, and then maybe leadership council even having a more significant role. So I'm pleased with the overall group.
Penn State takes on West Virginia tomorrow at 7:30. You can catch the action live on Calm Radio with coverage starting at 6:30.
Every year for Altoona's home opener, the Altoona Football League sponsors elementary school night. Take a look here as the Altoona Area High School welcomes the 5th and 6th grade football teams, as well as the 4th, 5th, and 6th grade cheer teams to join the players and cheerleaders on the sidelines.
You know, Allie, I remember going to high school football games when I was about a wee little lad back in Butler, and to be honest, it was a magical moment, the pure innocence of just enjoying a football game.
It really was. I didn't really start going until middle school, but it was the highlight of my week every single time.
Absolutely, and we love Friday nights here, and I'm sure you do as well. Well, week 2 is in the books, and we'll have your District 6 coverage all season long, but until then, I'm John Drager.
And I'm Allie Winskowski. We'll be back next week for more high school football action right here on After the Whistle.